Rhys, what are we talking about today?
Today's episode is called The Buffalo and the Bewick, a Canadian love story.
Is this going to be gross? Is this going to be like
It's about a one man's love for a buffalo.
I don't know if we should. Okay.
It is not. It's not dirty.
Okay, thank God. Okay, play the music.
What makes Canada boring?
Have you ever seen the flag? It's a leaf.
£1 million to go to Canada.
Canada is boring. I was actually shocked. I mean, from all the countries they could choose from.
Do you like maple syrup?
No, I don't.
These Canadians ain't got a care in the world.
Get my country's name out of your fucking mouth.
I was like, oh, he's in Canada. All right. Okay, communist.
The country needs you.
I'm Canadian.
But don't feel bad for Canada. Believe me, this is their strategy.
I'll tell you another thing. Their beer sucks.
Don't run off to Canada. It's so boring there.
Hello and welcome to Canada is Boring. My name is Rhys Waters, and with me is the Snarge consuming Jesse Harley. If you don't know what Snarge is, listen to the last episode. It is a form of meat paste that Canadians eat on toast.
Well, this is not true, but we should start selling it.
Should we try and launch a brand of meat paste called Snarge?
My God, can we? Can we do that?
Canada is Boring Industries presents Chicken Snarge. We don't know what bits of chicken are in there, but it is chicken.
All right. Teach me some shit about a man loving a moose. Is it a moose?
This is a guy, so you can Google this. There's a guy
buffalo? What did you say?
A buffalo.
A buffalo. Okay.
So Jim Sautner.
Do we have buffalo in Canada?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yep. Apparently they are.
Yeah.
Oh, they're called Bison, right? That's how I know them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Jim Sautner is very famous for being a man who trained a buffalo, a 2,000 pound bison named Bailey D. Buffalo, to be his best friend.
You can call them Buffalo. I'm not going to get confused.
Okay. But he trained, so his name was Bailey D. Buffalo, and he trained him to be like a dog, like a fully domesticated, trained buffalo. Amazing
what animals will do for food.
So, and this is not part of Canada. This is so Spruce Grove. It's not an area. It was an area near Edmonton, Alberta, which we haven't talked about before. Do you know what? Little known fact: when we were looking to move to Canada, Spruce Grove was one of the neighborhoods I was checking out.
Really? I'm going to check it out right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is very. It's just like grids of cookie cutter houses. It looks weird, man.
Wait.
Like,
it was weird.
Like a very purposefully made, designed neighborhoods. Like
that's a lot of new Canadian neighborhoods, though. A lot of new neighborhoods in Alberta are kind of. If you drive around Calgary, there's a lot of those kind of samey houses, cookie cutter houses. But I guess that's new developments everywhere. That's not just the Albertan thing. So he lived in Spruce Grove. He was
hold on. You said you and your family were thinking of moving to Spruce Grove when you first came to Canada. Why?
I thought it might be a nice neighborhood that isn't in a city, but was close enough to a city to get.
It's like right. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Edmonton. It's
So I was like, we didn't want to live in a city, but we knew we needed to be near a city for like work opportunities and stuff. So,
and you wanted to go to like just outside of Edmonton.
Well, potentially. I don't know.
Edmontonians, but like,
it's part of the research stage. I could have been, it could have been a very different story of, I could be like a proud Albertan right now.
I guess.
Eating beef and glugging oil.
I've been to Edmonton, I think, twice. And
I've never been to Edmonton. Never been there.
It's very gray. It's just very gray.
We decided we couldn't live anywhere that was flat. So.
I want to be proven wrong about Edmonton. If you're from Edmonton, let me know. We just had a speak pipe from someone from Edmonton, and he wasn't very impressed with Edmonton either.
So Jim became known as the Buffalo Whisperer. So he was a long time kind of energy sector worker, a rancher, and also a wildlife enthusiast. And he loved the spirit of the prairies and was like really devoted to conservation. And his property was the perfect place to raise bison. So
I'm not really. I'm a little distracted. I'm looking at pretty pictures of Edmonton.
Stop looking at Edmonton. Listen to the story.
I felt bad. I didn't want to. And it is pretty.
This is a great episode. You need to listen.
They've got a very pretty river.
They've got like the world's largest indoor water park or something too.
I've been there. Not the water park, but the West Edmonton Mall. It's pretty cool, honestly. Yeah. And they got a really pretty bridge. Okay. Sorry, Edmonton.
So Bailey Jr. was born on Jim's ranch around the early 2000s, and the calf was rejected by its mother. So poor mother skills. She didn't deal to it. So Jim then bottle fed the calf himself and raised him by hand. And during this process, the two of them bonded deeply.
Aww.
So as Bailey started to grow, he started to follow Jim around like a puppy.
That's adorable.
Except Bailey didn't stop growing until he kind of reached more than 1,800 pounds.
Jesus.
So as you can imagine, having a puppy-like creature that is that could kill you if it sat on you is an interesting option. But he didn't like force him out of his house. He just adapted his house and his lifestyle.
Fuck off. I was just going to ask, at what point did he put him outside? But he didn't. He stayed in the house.
He slept just outside the house, near the house. But he played, and he also responded to voice commands. So you could like throw a ball for him, that kind of thing.
But he was still allowed in the house, fully
still
grown.
Allowed in the house, yeah. And Jim over time.
That's insane.
Jim taught him gentle behaviors like nudges, head pats, and even how to load himself onto a vehicle.
What was the bison's name? The buffalo's name again?
Bailey D. Buffalo.
Bailey D. Buffalo. All right. This is a very cute story.
So, but also he had a modified car. And if you Google it, like Buffalo, Bison I think it's Buffalo in a Buick. If you Google that, you'll get pictures of. It was a Pontiac Bonneville. So if you search Jim and the Buffalo, you'll see it. He kind of adapted the car, and like people locally would he became like a local legend because they couldn't quite believe what they were saying. People would say like they'd see them on the highway and think that guy's got a buffalo in a Buick.
I'm watching it right now.
It's crazy. I'm
watching him drink water out of the sink, and
because he cut the roof off his car as well.
I don't want to ruin any surprises he might have, but I just want to see if I can find him in the Buick. Yeah, there. Okay. Holy fuck. This thing is huge. It's huge.
It's like training.
Holy fuck! He jumped in the car
it's like training a dinosaur.
He's the size of the car, and he hopped in the car like a dog did. You've got to see it to believe it. This is like the whole Buick is lifted and leaning on one side. It's really funny. Does he actually drive with this thing? Or is he just kind of sitting? Yeah, they're driving. Holy fuck.
The suspension must have been modified. Oh, side note, send me the link to the video that you're watching because I can overlay it for the YouTube.
That's fucking crazy.
So by about 2008, he became so well known that like NPR, CBC, and lots of international news started to feature him as and in other news, like the water skiing squirrel kind of like in other news, a man has now become best friends with a bison. Over to the weather kind of thing.
It's amazing. You got to see this.
And 30 people died. Now in lighter news, in Edmonton, Alberta, a man has trained a buffalo to live in his house.
And ride his Buick.
That kind of news story. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So early social media days, he went viral. Bailey used to appear at Edmonton Oiler events and local parades. And Jim used Bailey to promote Albertan beef and bison farming in a responsible kind of way and was very proud of the industry.
What do you mean?
He came from like ranching background. So he wanted to promote like responsible farming because, he made best friends with one of the creatures that people eat.
Right. So he's like
look after your animals.
Right, don't put them in cages. And
do it in a responsible, ethical way because they might also be your friend. So
we're going to get some hateful emails saying there's no ethical way to kill an animal for food, which, I can appreciate that viewpoint.
There's no ethical way to kill anything, but we're animals and we need to survive and we need to eat other animals.
Let's not go down this. We're going to get some nasty emails if we go down this path.
I'm sorry. I'll stop eating plants and animals just so I don't upset people on the internet. It's the circle of life. Anyway.
Jesus.
So he would feed him 150-pound hay bale every 2 days, plus treats.
Plus treats? What are the treats?
I don't know, like a burger? I don't know. So he had a custom barn with reinforcements. Sorry, it was a bad joke. And also he spent a ton of money on like specialized hoof and horn maintenance just to make sure Bailey looked good and it was comfortable feet. So also he had full permits as well, because obviously you can't just transport livestock around. So because bison are native species, they're not considered exotic pets. So it was legally he could take the bison around with him.
He could or couldn't?
He could. Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing, Bailey loved beer. And
that's very funny.
Jim would often share a cold one in a bucket with Bailey.
Would Bailey
I
get
assume
drunk?
Jim would still drink from a bottle. You need a lot of fucking beer to get that.
That's what I'm wondering, right? But like, also, how much tolerance does he have?
I don't know. Probably be faster to get him drunk with jelly shots. Anyway, again, don't get your animals drunk. Kill them and eat them, but don't get them drunk.
Well, they are funny.
It's not ethical. I had a friend who used to smoke weed and blow the weed in his dog's face to get his dog high. God. And the dog, it just didn't seem right. It seemed very cruel.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
I don't think the dog might have had brain damage.
Aw, because of the weed?
Well, he kept walking around like he was pooing, but he wasn't pooing. He just did the poo. I need to poo, but I'm walking. Walk.
Oh,
it's very cruel.
That's
don't blow weed in your dog's face.
Patreon.com/Canada is boring. Canada's coolest club. Premium fun, privileged access to secret content, a chat app with the hosts, hours of fun for everyone, the promise of eternal life.
Patreon.com/Canada is boring.
Another
it's non-consensual.
A little PSA.
Yeah.
Canadian PSA. Don't blow weed in your dog's face.
Don't give them a bucket of beer. This is things you shouldn't do.
Don't give your pet buffalo a bucket of beer.
Don't blow weed.
Rhys and Jesse from Canada is boring.
Apparently, sometimes there's concern from animal rights groups about him being best friends with a bison. I think those people probably had better things to do with their lives. Just leave them alone. I don't know why. Who's going to protest this?
Like, it's the most well-treated buffalo on.
He has custom horn and hoof treatments.
Right?
And
I don't even get that.
Bailey never showed any aggression his entire life, apparently, as well. Even though his size, and obviously those creatures in the wild can be aggressive, but he was, as far as you could tell, fully domesticated.
That's
so
amazing.
Jim continued to care for Bailey for over a decade.
How long do buffaloes live?
I don't know, but he passed away. So he lived for about 12 years.
They can live between 10 and 22 years.
So he lived 12 years, yeah. He died peacefully on the ranch. And Jim said he wasn't just a buffalo, he was my best friend.
Aww, that's sad.
And they did a bunch of community memorials, and local media reran like loads of footage and interviews. And yeah, it's a very quirky story. But at the same time, it definitely, I don't know, it's something about like that. I think Jim was like really connected to that kind of old idea of like what those animals represented. It was like almost like a frontier kind of spirit that he was carrying. But it was kind of a weird story, but obviously someone who loved animals, and a crazy, amazing Canadian story, which I love.
That's so sweet. The shit that you find blows my mind. I keep thinking we're going to run out and it's just going to be boring stuff, but like that's your ability to find really interesting Canadian stories after 5 years is still a remarkable feat. I don't know how you do it. That's a very
Canada is full of crazy shit, and people just
it really is. Apparently,
Canadians don't instinctively like to point at themselves and go, "We do some crazy shit." But I do you know what I think though? I think if you look at if you go on social media and you look at Canadian content, it is the kind of stuff that people are posting it is looking, a lot of the time it's Canadians laughing at themselves, Canadians going, oh, this only happens in Canada. There is a lot of crazy shit in terms of social media posts you see from Canada. But when you look at like CBC and the media that is professionally produced, it's very different from the user-generated stuff. And I think that
what do you mean?
It doesn't, like Canada, like traditional or legacy Canadian media doesn't present Canada as this crazy fun place where there's some weird shit happening. And generally there is. Like, we've proven this by doing a weekly episode for the last 5 years and still not having run out of things. We just recently talked about Chicken Cannon, a man who was best friends with a bison and cut the roof off his car. Like, all this stuff is out there, and you look at user-generated content across Canada and it's all there, but you look at the content on the radio or the TV and is so more muted and dull and less colorful.
It's so strange because
reality.
Like the filmmakers in Canada get preferential treatment for when it comes to funding if you are going to make something about Canada. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a true story about Canadian history. It just has to be like with Canada in mind. You know what I mean? But like, why not do historical period reenactments? Okay, to be fair, that would cost a lot of money, and we don't typically get a lot of funding for film and TV. However, there are ways around that, and the stories that we have to tell are insane. They're crazy, you know? So I'm rethinking it. I don't really want to tell, as a filmmaker, it's like not really something that I'm drawn towards, is making period piece reenactments from real historical events. But I'm starting to rethink it after this show. Like,
why not just make a film about Bailey D. Bison?
Oh, that'd be cute. That'd be real cute.
It's a buddy movie.
And real sadly.
Well, you know, like they made
sitting around the dinner table. Just
they did, you know, they do brand films now where it's like, like Flaming Hot Doritos, the movie was a thing. You know, they're starting to do those kind of stories. Do that with some Canadian products.
Like what?
I know, you could do like a
Snarge.
Snarge, yeah. You could do a Tim Hortons like origin story.
I guess Tim Hortons.
I suppose they did Blackberry, but I didn't watch it because of the wig.
It's so good, man. I know we've talked about this a bunch of times. You got to get past the wig. It's like there are very few Canadian-made films that I say are actually good films, and this is near the top of the list. It's just a spectacular film.
I tried watching the John Candy documentary, the new one.
I wasn't interested, but I wasn't.
I absolutely, like, he was a fixture of my childhood. I watched the first 5 minutes and it was too sad. I couldn't watch it. I was I just want to enjoy him and the characters in the films. It was kind of like sad, like seeing him talking to his kids and stuff, like not long before he died. And I was just like, I was like, I don't need this right now. What I need is to watch Uncle Buck instead. I love. That's how I want to pay tribute to him. Is to, like,
right.
Think about the hard stuff. So,
no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. My kids have never seen Uncle Buck. I want to show it to them this Christmas.
Oh my God. Yeah. Please show it to them. And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Which is another.
I can't show that to my kids. The language is foul. But it's true. Movie.
It is
great movie. Yeah. And also, there's too many. But anyway,
John Hughes, man. John Hughes is
John Hughes. Everything happened in Chicago in the 80s and the 90s because of John Hughes.
Oh, really?
It was always seemed to be set like around Chicago.
It's so interesting that like I've never seen a filmmaker like him since, and I guess we've fully stumbled into the STD zone. We should put the.
Let's do it now, quick.
You are now entering the STD zone. Incoming STD. Loading small talk. Enhancing anecdotes. Dick jokes processing. You have reached the small talk dimension zone.
There we go. Let's talk about John Hughes. Continue.
It was so interesting because like normally filmmakers will take ordinary characters and put them into extraordinary circumstances, right? Like a father and his family on a farm, and suddenly aliens, whatever. Extraordinary circumstances with ordinary people, and he's flipped it. He would take ordinary, interesting, but ordinary events and put extraordinary characters inside of it. The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is an ordinary event of people in detention, but everybody in that detention is singularly interesting. And how are they going to clash? How are they going to get along? Fascinating. Uncle Buck, same thing. Very ordinary scenario.
Man turns up to look after his kids, after his nieces and his nephew and nieces, and chaos ensues. Yeah,
that's it. It's all about the characters. Like
Home Alone as well. Like you think
Home Alone is a bit of a different scenario because it's not an ordinary, but it is. I mean, that could happen though. It could happen.
But the context of everything happens in a normal home in a suburb in Chicago.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's right there in the title. He hangs out in a museum and he goes to a parade. Like it's just, he doesn't go to school for a day. Like who the fuck is pitching this shit? Yeah. But the characters, it's all about the characters. Principal Mooney, and it's God, he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant, and what a playground it must have been for the actors who got to be in his films, right? Because it's entirely character based. Just take some interesting characters and put them in everyday scenarios that you and I and everyone we know theoretically could have happened, could have happened to us.
As a kid who was roughly the age of Macaulay Culkin when Home Alone came out.
He didn't direct Home Alone. He wrote it.
He
didn't direct it though.
But as a kid, because it was believable, I think that was the thing that made it such a big film.
That was honestly, it was the first.
It wasn't
film.
A robot. It wasn't a robot from space, but we literally like, hey, I could build some weapons and booby traps in my house.
I would say that was the first if you want to call it a John Hughes film, that was the first John Hughes film that was slightly unbelievable, because a lot of things had to happen for that to happen, right? Like you had to have a family.
I know. But what I mean is a kid fighting burglars from his home. It's like it is based on a thought that we've all had when we've been home.
Based on a thought that a kid might have.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Right. But it's entirely relatable, and like the circumstances of being left home.
As an adult, we're all like that would just never happen. Whereas in every other John Hughes movie, all those scenarios could easily happen. Easily.
Sorry, did I ruin your point by bringing up Home Alone? Anyway.
I love Home Alone, though. Home Alone was great.
Yeah, well, this has been fun. I feel like a newsreader, yeah.
Just shuffling your papers in front of the camera.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to have a treat. If you're listening, basically, I've got a new lighting system that's totally controlled by an iPad.
He's all proud of this,
and I can basically control.
It's hard to see though because there we go.
Control the lighting around me.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've even got the effect. Jesse was saying you should do this with the lights off. I can even do it so it looks like I'm on some kind of.
Like the police are there.
Some kind of crime scene investigation. There we go. Da-da-da. So anyway,
Rhys is trying to promote our YouTube channel for the first time in 5 years, and this is how he's choosing to do it.
But also does fire. Do you see the fire?
Like a fireplace?
See the fireplace, Jesse?
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Nice little fireplace going on nearby. I can also, it's just a wonderful tool, and so we've got fully app controlled lighting. So there we are. Now I'm relaxing by the fire.
This is in Rhys's studio at Podstarter, and I have no idea what made you think that this was a good investment for your clients. Like, for real.
Well, I mean, they might, I don't know, I just wanted it.
There it is.
I don't have to have a business case for fun, Jesse. It's hard to work fun into a business plan.
Oh,
we still need to have fun. That is my tagline in life. You're not having fun, you're not doing it right. And I want that on my gravestone.
I love it. Well, honestly,
ideally like later rather than sooner.
I feel like you're actually being quite serious when you said that. And I believe you. There's a book that I've read a couple times, 2 or 3 times now. I highly recommend for anyone suffering from anxiety as I tend to do throughout my life. And it's called Play It Away. I forget the name of the author, which is unfortunate, but it is essentially this guy was this big tech big tech bro working on apps. And he was just incredibly stressed. He was making shit tons of money, but he was just stressed all the time, always anxious, so much anxiety, so much, and anxiety attacks, panic attacks. He couldn't deal with it. And then one day, I'm paraphrasing very badly, but he was supposed to have a meeting with someone over coffee, and he's just kind of tired of the same old. And the guy comes and he's like, "Hey man, instead of having a coffee, do you want to go have a like a game of catch in the park, and he's got like a glove and a ball, a couple gloves and a ball in his trunk or whatever. And the guy's like, fuck yeah, I want to have a game of catch. And they went, and he had fun for the first time in like years. And like his anxiety washed away, and he's like, holy fuck, what? And so he just basically dedicated his entire life to playing as much as he could, even in work, just like challenging himself. Like, I wonder if I can get this done in 20 minutes, you know, sort of thing, like just little games. And that was his entire so it just sounds like very similar to your attitude towards play. You're just staring blankly at the camera while flickering various police lights on the side.
I just put it on the fireworks setting.
That's what it is, yeah.
If you want to enjoy the fireworks setting, get your ass to YouTube. So thanks very much for listening, everyone. Check out go to Canada is Boring on YouTube or search it and you'll find us if you want to see the video versions. But we appreciate
We look horrible. Why are we promoting this? I should say I look horrible. I don't want to say you look horrible, but you know,
I don't care.
I know.
People go, oh, no, I can't be on camera. I look terrible. I'm sorry. You step out your door, people can still see your face.
I mean,
just accept this is who you are. Be comfortable with your own body. You know,
I guess
no one's perfect.
Thanks for the pep talk, Rhys. That's good.
There's nothing wrong with being proud of your face as it is, Jesse.
So that's our call to action today: is go to YouTube. Proud of your face. Be proud of your face. Go look in the mirror and look at yourself in the eyes and say, "I love you. You look great." And then go turn us on your TV, so that we can just be on in the background while you make dinner or something.
I got to shoot off, Jesse. I'm currently engaged in a police chase. If you couldn't tell by the lighting.
A very, very slow police chase. Can you just kind of like scoot your chair very slowly off of the, like as if you're in a... That's not what I meant at all.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Super they cool, they much too polite. A place that's exciting with kryptonite. You may fall asleep with no warning, because Canada is